Miami, December 29, 2025. U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky held high-level talks on Sunday in Florida, as diplomatic efforts intensified to explore a possible pathway toward ending the prolonged war between Ukraine and Russia. The meeting, which took place at Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence, came amid renewed Russian missile and drone attacks on Ukrainian cities, heightening pressure on all sides to pursue a political solution. Both leaders were accompanied by senior advisors, with discussions focusing on security guarantees for Ukraine, a potential ceasefire framework, and broader conditions for negotiations with Moscow. Trump described the talks as substantive and productive, saying progress was being made, while cautioning that major challenges remain unresolved. Zelensky, speaking briefly after the meeting, said Ukraine remained committed to diplomacy but stressed that any agreement must protect the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Ahead of the meeting, sources familiar with the matter suggested that President Trump held a private phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin, a development that added to the significance of Sunday's talks. While details of the conversation were not publicly disclosed, the call was described by those sources as part of ongoing behind-the-scenes engagement aimed at testing Russia's position on potential peace terms. The Kremlin has not formally commented on the reported call. According to officials close to the discussions, the Trump-Zelensky meeting addressed key sticking points, including security arrangements, post-war reconstruction, and the status of territories seized during the conflict. However, fundamental disagreements over territorial control and long-term guarantees remain a major obstacle. International observers note that the Florida talks represent one of the most consequential diplomatic engagements involving Ukraine in recent months. European and NATO partners are expected to continue parallel consultations, with further meetings anticipated in early January. As fighting continues on the ground, the outcome of these diplomatic efforts is being closely watched worldwide, with the coming weeks likely to determine whether negotiations can translate into a credible process to halt the conflict or whether the war will carry on into another year.